We haven't had you on since the Russell Wilson story blew up, and the fact that his agent publicly says to Adam Schefter, "Hey, if we want to stay, but if we get traded, here's the four teams here." To me, that felt like that's the end. That's you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You can't be sort of pregnant, and it feels like, "Hey, we want to stay, but." What do you think happens with Russell Wilson eventually?
Yeah, so two separate and distinct things here in my mind. Number one, for him to go on with you and say the things that he said, I was really surprised. I've always been a big Russell Wilson fan, big Russell Wilson supporter, but to say that he's tired of getting hit so much, hey, Russell, you kind of have the ball in your hand. You kind of control that. How about throwing the ball away? How about getting rid of the ball sooner? I will just tell you, as a former offensive lineman, I took offense to that, right? Like, that was like publicly calling out his offensive line. And to some extent, in my mind, publicly calling himself out. What happened to that personal accountability, personal responsibility? You don't see Tom Brady say, "I'm sick of getting hit too much," or Drew Brees. They get rid of the ball. So that bothered me. And then this whole thing of he doesn't want to go somewhere else, but if he does, these are the team. What does that even mean? He doesn't want to go somewhere else, but if he does, these are the teams. I don't know. I don't know, Dan, if he really wants to leave or if he's figured out that the best way to have everybody talking about you is to leak that you want to go somewhere else and to even start to leak specific. I mean, people in Chicago are going crazy. I saw some guy tweet that Russell Wilson saying he wanted to go to the Bears is the third best quarterback in Bears history. Just Russell Wilson saying he wanted to go to the Bears. I mean,
that was.
And why would he want to go there? Why would you want to go to the Bears? Like, that doesn't make sense.
That was Paulie who tweeted that, Ross. It was. Paulie said it's the third greatest moment for a potential Bears quarterback, that Russ just mentioned the Bears on his wish list of 4. You just think he wants to be talked about, and that's why they're leaking all of this?
There are people that believe that Russell Wilson sort of fancies himself, Dan, as like the football Magic Johnson over the next 10, 20 years of his life and wants to have that type of business impact. He is really into investing. He's really into doing deals where he gets equity. And he's got a lot of people that he talks to, it's my understanding. And I think that part of it might be, I don't think it's all of it. I think there is some frustration that they haven't been able to get back to the Super Bowl. But let's just say this. I think he has realized that his name being in the news is not a negative for all of the other things he wants to accomplish off the field.